Ready? Hi, I'm Alexia Maria Orwella, reporting for Hollywood Connection with the Dawn News Show on TN Talk Radio, and I'm here with...
Michael Dioana.
And Nathan DeWalt.
And he had directed a documentary that's here in the Orlando Film Festival. So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, the film's called Recovering. It's about veterans coming home from the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, but also here at home, recovering from wounds like PTSD, traumatic brain injuries, and also dealing with lost limbs, lost use of limbs, that kind of thing.
Can you tell us your part of the film that you would like to share, your story, your part of it?
So, my part in the film was really just a piece of the puzzle when you think about it in the bigger picture, because what we did was for another veteran and to kind of carry on his legacy for something that he wanted to see come to fruition. And really at the end of the day, that was what it was about, is being a team, riding our bikes from point A to point B, and remembering the soldiers and that have gone through this recovering process, and it's been a blessing to be a part of it. It really has.
And how did you get to be able to be a part of this?
So I happen to be a part of this great organization, Ride to Recovery. And Mike here had shown up on a challenge, the Memorial Challenge to be exact, over the Memorial Day holiday, and it was himself and Greg, another gentleman that helped with the film, and we just kind of fell into, I guess, this friendship and this bond, and that's kind of where the story starts. Is just a random journey that I think each and every one of us were on, and for our own reasons that brought us together at the end of the day for a great cause.
And for you, what gave you the inspiration to take on such an important message to send to people?
Well, the film's about veterans on bicycles, so that's how they're healing. They're healing through bicycles. And so I was invited to go along on a ride, and it was just amazing to see sort of the upside, because there's a downside to recovering from PTSD. There's a downside to recovering from a traumatic brain injury or losing the use of your limbs. And so I was like, well, what's the upside? And a friend of mine said, you should come out and ride your bicycle with these guys and see what happens there. And it was just an amazing experience. And this man right here said, we're going to do a 911-mile ride on the anniversary of 9/11. And I said, okay, well, I'm in. And I joined them, and it became the basis of our film.
That's wonderful. And have you previously directed any other films or documentaries?
No, just a short film, but I'm a journalist, so it's something that I've done for a long time. But as far as film goes, no, that's a whole new thing.
That's great. Yeah. Well, congratulations, putting it here in the film festival. Is this your first time here attending the Orlando Film Festival?
Yeah, and it's just awesome. This town is really cool. I love it. Yeah.
And how about you? How are you enjoying your experience so far?
You know what? I'm seeing some lifelong friends that I haven't seen in quite a while, and that alone put a smile on my face. But the atmosphere, the energy, seeing the film and seeing other people join in and watching the film with us was just an experience also, and I'm just thankful to be here. It was just incredible.
And you're also a resident. He also just moved to Florida, so.
Wow.
Yes, I did. Thank you very much. I just moved to Tampa, but Orlando is part of my region, so I'll be here quite often, and this is a special place. It really is.
And so what is your most favorite feeling of seeing your film documentary on the big screen here for all the audience to see? What was the most favorite thing of yours for seeing it on the screen?
My favorite part was watching people respond to the film, how excited they were after it screened, being able to answer their questions and hear what they had to say and what they were curious about and what they liked about it. But also, just seeing it on the big screen, these are very nice theaters, and just to be able to present it in such a nice place, I think, is real special too.
And how about you? What was your most favorite thing about seeing, not just yourself, just seeing the whole thing put together on the big screen?
I think, spending the amount of time and energy that we all put into this, and then finally seeing it come to fruition is just incredible. Because it's one thing to be in the act of filming or trying to tell a story, but it's another to see how it all comes together and how Mike ultimately portrayed recovering and what each and every one of the individuals in the film have gone through. And it was just, the story behind it is ultimately what put a smile on my face. And I hope that other people feel the same energy and get the same out of the film as a lot of us do.
And what would you guys say the most stressful part of filming this and the most exciting part of filming this that you would have your opinion on?
Oh, the most stressful part is filming a film with bicycles going 911 miles through a tropical storm. Wow. It was a very intense ride. It was more than just 911 miles. It was 911 miles in a tropical storm, 911 miles with a guy who breaks his hip, 911 miles where all of our equipment got soaked, and 911 miles where we're just not going to quit. And that was the thing, So the character building that I learned from these guys, just incredible. So I would not quit, and that's what helped me get this film done, thinking about that accomplishment.
The hardest thing for me was, just riding the bicycle through the weather that we did, the inclement weather, and trying to grit it out and make it to that last mile. But in the back of our head, I think all of us were thinking about the bigger picture, and it was that making sure that Justin. That his legacy and his vision to do this ride to commemorate 9/11 really just ended in a group of veterans and now family doing this ride and recovering through that as well.
Would you say that you were looking forward to any more films or documentaries that you're soon to be directing anytime soon?
Yes, I'm going to do more. I haven't announced what I'm going to do, but I'm going to continue to do documentary. I love documentary film. I love telling stories. It's a huge responsibility to take people's stories and then be honest and truthful and bring those stories to life. And it's a fantastic thing to do when you get it done, because you just end up falling in love with the people in your life. Yeah.
Is there anywhere that people can catch your documentary besides, going to the film festivals and actually seeing it in the audience? Is there maybe a link or something that you guys can share?
Yeah, go to www.becomefilms.com, or we're on Become Films on Facebook.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, and good luck to you guys, and thank you so much for letting me interview. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You guys stay tuned for more interviews and footage from the Orlando Film Festival. Thank you.